Hey guys, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Ania and today we're going to be doing my November plan with me, which is an Among Us theme, and I'm so excited for this theme because this game has been everywhere recently. It completely exploded and I've been enjoying probably too much content from it since the game came out. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope the spooky season is treating you well and you're getting everything out of the fall that you hoped for. I wish I could say that I felt the same, but the start to fall has been a little bit interesting. So, to start that, the weather has been all over the place. We're definitely supposed to be having some rain by now, some cooler temperatures, nice, comfortable weather, and that is incorrect. California said, no, we're gonna have 90-degree days every single day. So that has been what I've been experiencing. It's like an extension to summer, and I'm not here for it. This is not what I was thinking when I was hyping up the fall. This is just not what I was prepared for. But I hope the fall is treating you guys a little bit better. I hope you guys are getting to see the leaves change and drinking pumpkin spice lattes and all that fun stuff. So, as I stated before, this theme is for a game called Among Us. Now, if you haven't seen gameplay for this game, I don't know what rock you've been living under, because this game has been everywhere and so many popular gamers and people who really didn't even game before this have been playing this game. Like, I've seen James Charles in a couple of gameplays, so needless to say, this game pretty much exploded. Like, it kind of came after Fall Guys, so it's just been really huge. And it's such a fun game to watch. Like, the gameplay is just so funny. But basically, if you haven't seen this game before, you haven't played this game before, it's called Among Us. And essentially, you are a crewmate on a spaceship. Your job is to run around, do tasks, and keep the ship going. You have different things that you have to do, and everybody's supposed to do their tasks, and then, you would think that would be the game. But no, there are two imposters on the ship, and their job is to kill as many crewmates as they possibly can without getting caught. So, a dead body gets reported, and then you guys have the opportunity to discuss and figure out who the imposter is. So you have to have really good skills at being deceptive and creating alibis for yourself, and basically just trying to get people off your back. You cannot let them know that it's you if you are an imposter. And if you're a crewmate, you got to keep up your credibility. You have to prove that you're a crewmate, that you've been doing your tasks, etc., etc. So you can imagine how much fun this game can become when you basically have to lie to your friends and make them believe you. And yeah, just it's been a really good experience to watch. It's been a really good activity for me to de-stress. So I'm actually pretty happy that I found out about this game, because it is something I pretty much watch on a daily basis now, especially if I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed, because I just know it's going to be that one thing that brings me back down. So yeah, it's been a great time, and if you guys haven't checked it out, you definitely should. I feel like you guys would definitely like it. I know this theme is pretty different because it's kind of niche. If you don't really like video games, play video games, watch video games, this is probably very out of your element, but I dare you to give it a try, because you never know, you might like it. And I love video games. I love a multitude of video games. I play some video games, but I'm not a gamer, so I vicariously live through other gamers and streamers. Anyway, right now I'm setting up my habit and my workout tracker, and let me tell you, this month has been rough. That's really the only way for me to put it. I mean, just between school and trying to keep up all of my routines and a social life, it's been really difficult to stay on track. So this month I fell off on a lot of different elements in my life. So for example, I fell off keeping up with my bullet journal. I think I posted about it on Instagram recently. So if you haven't checked out my Instagram, you can go to Ania and you can find out a little bit more information there. But definitely fell off, keeping up with that. I fell off keeping up with my finances. I fell off with working out, and it's just been a little bit rough. I've definitely been a little bit off. I can't pinpoint an exact time when it kind of happened. It kind of just hit me one day that I'm like, wow, a lot of the stuff that I was doing, I'm like not doing anymore, and I'm not sure why. So needless to say, it's been kind of rough. I've been really stressed out, especially due to school. I haven't necessarily fallen off school, but I am noticing that I'm getting a little bit more frustrated with some of my assignments, and it's kind of not really healthy. So I basically had one of my teachers completely switch our curriculum for the second half of the semester, and the way that we're being taught right now is very frustrating because it's simulated. So it's like you're put into an environment and then you have to do certain things, but because you have to do it exactly the way that they want it, it's infuriating, and I am losing it every time I try and do those assignments. So today is currently Thursday. I have a bunch of assignments to get done by Sunday, and I just don't even want to go anywhere near it because I know it's gonna make me mad. That's the simplest way to put it. It's like I'm genuinely getting upset. So I have little faith for the rest of the semester. I have held it together for this long, so I'm not trying to go down with the ship, but I don't know if I can keep going by myself, so we'll have to see. I know I'll figure something out eventually, but it's just right now feels like the weight of the world is on my shoulders, and it seems like every little thing is getting to me right now. So I hope you guys are feeling a little bit better than I am and thriving this spooky season, because that's what we deserve. I did mention on Instagram too that with my 2 lines a day spread, which is what I'm setting up right now, that this is the one place that I get to vent and get all my frustrations out, and I haven't been doing it. And so I've noticed that I'm kind of bottling up all of those emotions and this pent up frustration, but I'm not putting it anywhere. And so yeah, I definitely realized I should probably keep up with that because it clearly helps. The quote at the bottom says, "There is someone among us," and I used one of the little pictures, one of the little characters for the A, which is super cute. It's a part of their logo, so it's okay, I have to recreate that. That's insane. So right now I'm setting up my expense tracker pages, and again, this is one of those things that I fell off on. Sometimes, especially when you're saving money, when you're into your finances, you kind of get into this mindset of I'm spending too much money. So then you're scared to check, because you're well, if I'm spending too much money, I don't really want to know what the damage is. So I did buy 2 big ticket items this month that I've kind of been thinking about buying for a couple months now, and this month was the month that I just decided to go ahead and do it. And yeah, it threw me off a little bit. I thought it is the exact moment when I kind of stopped tracking, which is not good, not something that I would put out there for you to do, especially as somebody studying finances. You should always be on top of your budget, but it's very realistic to fall off sometimes and hit hurdles, and you're going to, and I'm going to. We're not perfect, but I definitely noticed that kind of after I bought those 2 things, it was a little bit oh, I don't really want to know what I'm spending, because I don't know where I am and I don't know what's going on. But I took a step back the other day and I wrote out everything that I had been spending money on, so I have it tracked now. And I realized that because I've put these habits into practice for so long, that I really didn't spend as much money as I thought I did, and that I was totally fine and everything was good, and I had actually had more left over than I thought I was going to have. And so then I got something else, but that's besides the point. It's just you have to check in because you always want to know where you are with your money, and you always want to make sure that you have enough for yourself, you have enough to get the bills paid, and you have enough to save if you're in a position to save. So, you know, it was definitely a relief after finding out that I was good and that I, you know, have been doing this for so long that I would never just, you know, spend all the money I have on my card. Like, sometimes it's tempting, you know, especially when you save money, you're just like, dang, I could really just spend all this if I wanted to. So it's definitely tempting, but I definitely have not done that. But I would like to share with you guys some of the goals that I have with my money in a video if you guys would be interested in that. I know in the past I've had people tell me, like, you know, make the video about like money and the stuff that you want to do, like what's your degree, and like make that video. And I'm like, I want to make it, but I just don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it yet. I mean, you guys know I'm still in school, so I'm still learning everything I need to learn, but I do feel like I have a lot of valuable information because I have gotten myself out of debt. I have saved a decent amount of money in an emergency fund. I am getting into things like investing, so I feel like I have valuable information, but I'm still like just a young like black girl who, like, I'm still kind of getting to that mindset, like, who's really gonna listen to me, who really wants to hear my opinion on this. But we're working on it. It's coming eventually. It's coming. So that'll be interesting. And yeah, so we're on my semester at a glance in my monthly goals page. And if you guys are curious, I am doing community college right now, which is why I don't rep a certain college, because I haven't transferred yet. So I know that the people who were interested in my finances have just left the building. So sorry to disappoint, but I am almost done, and I will be transferring. And I went to school right out of high school and then stopped going to school, and now I am currently back in college, which is why I'm doing community. And also it's just cheaper because we're here to save money, you know. So if you guys were curious, that is what I'm doing. And yeah, just trying to make the most of the situation. Also just trying to do as much as I can now so that I can get ahead later. And nobody asked, but there you go. So as I mentioned, a lot of my routines have changed this month, so my ideal weekly, you know, routine is left blank because I want to really think about it and make sure that the things I'm putting on certain days can actually realistically get done. And so one of the things that I'm changing for the first time since January of 2020 is my workout schedule, which is kind of crazy because I haven't changed it since I really committed to like working out every day. And because I fell off so badly and my situation changed, I kind of felt like, you know, I think it's time for me to change it to better suit this new situation. You guys might know that I started working earlier at work, so I go in and I wake up a lot earlier than I used to. And because of that, it has changed what time I want to work out. So some people say it's crazy, but I like to get up at 5 and knock my workout out in the morning. Some people are like, I would never do that. And I am somebody who loves sleep as well. But I just feel like if I get up and I get it over with, it's done for the day. I don't have to stress about it, and I don't have to think about it when I come home, especially since I'm still in school. I need the time when I come home to focus on school. So I just found that the morning is the best time for me to get it out of the way. And so it's been rough, but we're working on my first weekly spread of November right now. And I am really hoping that I stay on top of my bullet journal more this month, and I continue to use it as a tool that helps me be productive and get stuff done and helps me get closer to the life that I want. So that's what it's all about. And yeah, I hope you guys, if you guys are going through changes, I hope you embrace the change, and I hope it's a good change and it works out in the end. I know sometimes change can feel really hard, really abrupt, and not good at all. But then, you know, in a maybe in a couple months we'll look back and think, well, thank goodness this one thing happened, because now look at where I am. So that's how I try to look at things. And this year has been one big slap in the face. So, you know, we're all feeling it. Oh, and another thing I should mention as well is I do have Sunday, the first day of the month, in this weekly, so it will be 8 days. But yeah, now we have come to the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the theme as much as I did. I know it's kind of like maybe sort of considered like a niche theme, but I thought it was really fun. I know the game is really popular right now and I've been enjoying it, so I hope you guys will too, and I'll see you guys in the next video.